In this video, I'll show you how to install and run Deepseek R1 locally on a computer 100% free. For those of you who are new here, my name is Karthik. I make practical AI tutorials. Let's jump into the tutorial. The first step is to download Ollama. Just go to ollama.com. I'll also leave these in the description. Just click on download and based on your operating system, pick the right software and just download it. So once the download is finished, just double click on it to install it. For Windows, it will be a similar process. Just double click on it. It will ask you to move it to applications folder. Just click open and move it to applications folder, just like that. And now we have our Ollama up and running. Ollama is already running. Now it gives you some startup screens. Just click allow and enter your password, and that should install Ollama. The second step is to actually install the AI model. So in ollama.com, you can click on models to find any of the models that you want to install. We want to install Deepseek R1, and there are different variations of this model. There's 1.5 billion model, 7 billion model. For typical computers, you can go as high as 8 billion or 14 billion. You can pick them from the drop down here. But if your computer has GPUs and really powerful, you can pick the one. 671 billion model is the one that's making headlines, and I don't think any consumer computer can run this. You need like super servers to run this. Anyway, I'll go with 7 billion model, and it gives us this command. Copy this. Now on your Mac, just search for terminal and open it. On Linux or Windows, open Windows Shell or something similar and just paste this command and hit enter. Now it'll pull that particular AI model, meaning it is actually downloading that AI model onto our computer. This will take some time depending on the size. Since this is 4.7 gigs, maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and I'll resume this tutorial once the download is completed. It took around 2 minutes and we're already running the model locally, and it'll ask you to send a message. I can say, who are you? And these are reasoning models. Basically, they think a lot, analyze a lot, and access a lot, but we're not focused on what they do rather than installation. And I said, who are you? And it gave an response. You can ask questions like why sky is blue, and that's going to take some time. It'll go through all the possible scenarios. In fact, let's go ahead and say, why is the sky blue? I hit enter and it starts thinking, analyzing all the stuff. And it's really good at these stuff like coding, physics, math, logic, reasoning, and that's why they're called reasoning models. Now, it's going to take some time, and usually reasoning models that we run locally are typically slow, but they come with better responses. That's a real trade-off between performance and the accuracy that we have. Anyway, we'll wait for it to complete, and I'll resume this tutorial once it comes up with a proper answer. Now, I said, why is the sky blue? And it thought quite a lot. So it started thinking like how light interacts with the atmosphere, how it travels through Earth, and all the different phenomenon. And finally, it came up with different reasons for why the sky is blue in color. Reasoning models are really powerful models. Remember, we are running this locally on our computer. Now, we don't want to run terminal every time we want to access Deepseek. Rather, we want to have an interface like ChatGPT, and that's where our next step comes in. So I'll open my browser here, and the next thing you need to do is to download a software called Docker. This is a really powerful software. Just click on download Docker desktop based on your operating system. Download, install it, sign up, sign in, and all that jazz. Once you do, you should have something like this. And also at the top, you can see Docker and Ollama are running. So this is Docker and this is Ollama. And there's one final step to finish our setup. So click on the third website called OpenWeb UI. This will give us an interface to chat with our AI models instead of just chatting with them in the terminal, which is kind of cumbersome. If you don't prefer that, you can just go here. They say if Ollama is on your computer, use this command. So I'm going to copy this. Again, we'll open terminal. I'll actually terminate this terminal and open a new one. I'll click on terminal again. I'll maximize this and paste that command and hit enter. And it'll ask you if you like to access other apps. Click allow. So after some time, it's gonna pop up this new container in your Docker app. If you open your Docker app, you should see something like this with this green light. You can also click this toggle to show only running containers. Give it some time, maybe around 1 to 2 minutes. And now when you click on this, it will take you to this page. So this is basically the Open Web UI interface. I'll click on Get Started. I'll just enter my credentials, email and password, and click Create an account. So once you enter your email and sign in, it'll show you this welcome screen. I'll just say hit go. And just like that, we have a ChatGPT like interface. Now at the top, it shows the model that you're running. Since we downloaded the Deepseek R1 7 billion model, it shows that model. You can click on the menu option that will show you all the chats. You can also search between all the chats similar to ChatGPT. And in the interface, you can type in your command similar to how you interact with ChatGPT. You also have code interpreter. You can also record your voice, just talk to it like that, similar to ChatGPT. You can also upload the files and all that stuff. Anyway, let's ask it a simple question. What are latitude and longitude? We're basically chatting with a DeepSeek, but instead of command line, we're just using graphical interface. So I've turned off my Wi-Fi. I don't have any other connections. And I asked it, who are you? And it came with an answer. And you can also see that it actually renamed the name of this conversation automatically. I asked it what are latitude and longitude. It gave the name of the chat as Earth coordinates. And of course, you can click on more and just delete it, download it, share it, and all that stuff. So all of this is happening locally. Now, if you want to download new models, how do you do that? Well, it's simple. Go to olama.com, pick the model that you want. I'll actually pick this model, which is Mistral, which is a blazing fast model. I'll copy this again. This is, by the way, from France. So it's another French Revolution, I guess. Go to terminal and make sure you have Olama and Docker running and just paste that command that you've just copied. Boom. And it'll pull that particular AI model from the cloud and download it to your computer. And once you have downloaded the model, you can simply refresh this Open Web UI interface in your browser, and that will also have the latest model available as a drop-down. I'll get into that. I'll show you once the model is downloaded. So we'll pick up once that Mistral model is downloaded. And within few minutes, it has downloaded Mistral model. Again, you can click on this port and that'll open up Open Web UI. And it also picked our latest model. You can switch between models by clicking this drop down and choosing the model you want and simply send your message. This also applies to DeepSeek. So if you want to install another version of DeepSeek, you can go to Deepseek R1. And from this, let's say you just want to install 14 billion. All you need to do is to copy this command and run it once in command line. Terminate this and run it as a new command. And once you run that, the model will be pulled, downloaded, and you can just refresh this page and that'll have all the latest models. Right now it's running Mistral. That's how you install Deepseek R1 or basically any other AI model on your computer. Here's another tutorial if you want to watch another cool tutorial, and subscribe to AI with Karthik for more. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.